Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How are you doing today? It is Tuesday, May 7th. I'm super excited to join you today. Let me share with you what I'm wearing. I came back from Mexico and there was Happy Mail waiting for me. Look at my sweatshirt. It has, I'll stand up and show you, it has Stampin' Up with a heart going all down the arms here. It is super loose and flowy and soft. Oh my goodness, it's so soft. So this sweatshirt was an add-on. Hi, Krista. Hello, everybody that's joining me. This was an add-on when we went to, an optional add-on that we could add to our registration for On Stage. And there was a delay in getting these sweatshirts. We were supposed to pick them up at On Stage, but they weren't ready yet. So they said they would be mailed to us. So I got mine while I was in Mexico. Nice, warm, snug hug to come home to. And today we have, oh, it's windy and cold and rainy and just the perfect day for this kind of sweatshirt. So I'm super excited to get this. I don't know if they're going to be available in our online store for demonstrators. If you're a demonstrator, perhaps they will have them in our supply list, on our supply list, or maybe they'll be available to customers. I have no idea, but I'm super excited to get mine, and it is super, super cozy and warm. Hello, hello, everyone. Thanks, Marie. I really like it. I like the color. I love the Stampin' Up logo on the sides. Really nice. It's actually not on the shirt. It's like on a piece of fabric that's sewn onto the sleeve that goes all the way down. You can see the little hearts in between. So anyway, I know you didn't just come to see my sweatshirt. You want to see some card share. I have a gorgeous card I'm going to share with you. I got this one as a swap card, and I'm going to, I thought I would case this swap card. I got it from a lovely demonstrator on the Mexico trip. We do swap. It's an optional thing. You can tick the box to swap when you attend a Stampin' Up event. And usually, like on stage, we make our own swaps and we swap with one another, and that's a load of fun because you actually hand the card to someone and they hand one back to you. But this time, like for the incentive trip, because it is our focus to go on the trip and relax and chill, Stampin' Up takes care of this part for us. So you tick the box saying you want to be like on a card swap or 3D swap, and then you make, I had to make 26 cards, 25 for the swap and 1 for the display board. And you hand your Ziploc bag in to the Stampin' Up staff. They swap them out. And then at the end of the event, you come back and you get a Ziploc bag full of all the swapping, right? So it's all done for you. So it's like a little surprise in a bag, and it's so excited to go back. I go back to the room and lay them all out on the bed and look at them and and ooh and ah over them. So I have a swap card. I got several actually using the Hearts and Hugs stamp set and die set. So I thought, I want to share this one with you. How are you doing? Beautiful on the East Coast, going up to 20 today, Krista. Wow, that is so fantastic. Enjoy the nice warm weather. Hello, hello, everybody that's here. Hi, Donna. Hello, hello. Hello, Barbara from Northeast Wisconsin. I love it when you share with me where you're joining me from. It just helps me to know who's watching and where in the world you are. Okay. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the starter kit. Oh my goodness. Did you know there's a starter kit special that started on May 1st, and it is to die for. It is amazing. It's $112.75 value that you're going to get for free when you purchase the starter kit. So perhaps you were a demonstrator in the past and you've let it lapse. It's the perfect time to come on back. The starter kit special, I'll show you the flyer when I flip the camera so you can see. I'm very visual, so I kind of need to see things for them to sink in. So I'll show you the flyer, And if you have any questions about being a demonstrator, please, I'd love to answer all your questions. My favorite thing to do is to do a Zoom call with my new demonstrators or even potential demonstrators. So I will be doing a couple of opportunity nights on a Zoom call with you. If you're interested, if you're from Canada and you're over 18 and you're not already a demonstrator, I invite you to come along. I will post the dates of those. And those are my favorite way because we get to talk and chat and ask questions. And it's just a very non-pressure environment to come and ask questions about what does this mean about being a demonstrator? What is it really like to be a demonstrator? And you can ask me anything you want, right? That is one of my favorite events to host. And I also do, every time you ask a question, your name goes in my hat for a prize. And then at the end, I do door prizes for the people that attended and asked questions. So there's really it's free to join. There's no obligation to join my team. This is a free event, a service that I provide to my viewers and my potential teammates who are just curious, right? Because it's all about getting your questions answered and making you feel comfortable. So that's the goal of my opportunity nights. Hello, Marlene from Edmonton. Hello, hello. Maggie says not raining yet there in Pincher Creek. Well, I hope it escapes you. But you know what? As I mentioned in a couple of videos before, I have a new appreciation for rain. I think, well, I don't want there to be like a monsoon or anything or a hurricane, but I think we need all the moisture we can get. This is like planting season. And I am grateful for the rain. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera. My AirPods are not in my pocket today. They're safely in the case, and I checked Bluetooth. They're not hooked up to my phone, so we shouldn't have a problem with the volume and the hearing today, I hope. If you joined me yesterday morning, it was a Monday morning. I was tired. I got back, late Saturday, 12:30, 1:45 in the morning on Sunday. And then I had my team meeting from 2 to 4. Love my team. So I did not want to cancel my team meeting or postpone it. So we went ahead with the team meeting on Sunday. And yesterday morning when I went live to do my video here, I had my AirPods were connected still, but they were in my pocket. So I was talking and you couldn't hear me because I was basically talking to my pocket, right? That was what was picking up the audible. So it was a crazy morning, but that's how it goes, right? We just got to roll with the punches. All right. Hopefully there won't be any problems today, but let's flip the camera and look at this fun card. All right, here we go. Flipping. There's my rainy backyard, but it's good for the grass, like I mentioned. Okay, let's straighten up here. Let me show you. There's my host code for the week. We are playing with the Hearts and Hugs bundle. The stamp set is our cling mount, which is our red rubber. We have the dies here that go with it, set of 12 dies, unbelievable. We're going to play with some different dies today. Played with the little arc half circle hearts yesterday. That is a super fun one. I think that's one of my favorite dies ever. And if you missed my card yesterday, I played with the Global Design Project Challenge and I made this card using that die. And we did the little hugging badgers here. And then, of course, everything in this stamp set is about hugging and love and sending great messages. It is a truly heartwarming bundle. And I hope you'll grab that one this week. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play with this bundle again. And I want to show you the starter kit special. So the starter kit pet special, you choose 4 in-color products in addition to your $165 of whatever you want, right? So I've never seen a starter kit special this good before. This is amazing. So what do you get? You get, number 1, you're going to get the 5 in-color ink pads, okay? You're going to get the stack of ink pads. You're going to get the designer series paper. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. Let me show you what that looks like in real life. The designer series paper, you're going to get this whole package. So you're going to get all the designs in all 5 of the colors. And I'm just flipping quickly through here. So you're going to get that pack of paper. You're also going to get a package of cardstock. Number 3 is the cardstock, the 8.5 by 11 in color cardstock. So it's a pack of 20 sheets of cardstock, and you're going to get 4 each of the 5 colors. As well, you're going to get a package of the Stampin' Write markers, all 5 of the markers, and you're going to need those for coloring your images. You can color you can actually add color to the red rubber if you want to do certain parts, like for example, let's just pull in the stamp set here. So here's the little mouse down here, right? So if you wanted to color the mouse a different color and then color the heart a different color, you would use your Stampin' Write markers for those types of things. That's my favorite way to use the Stampin' Write markers. They're dual tipped. You've got the marker end on one side and then the journaling end on the other. You're going to want all of these things. The new in colors are here for 2 years. These are the 2024 to 2026 in colors, and they knocked it out of the park. These colors are gorgeous. So you get all of this on the sheet that you see in front of you here for free. For free, in addition to $165 of whatever you want from the new catalog, and you only pay $135, free shipping, free business supplies, and then you are part of the Stampin' Up! Creative community. Oh my goodness, which is epic in itself. That opportunity is amazing. So I don't want you to miss out. Join today and get all of your in-color products for free. I'm interested to know what you would choose for $165, right? Because you get that as well as these products. Okay, so today we're going to make a card. We're casing a card that I got as a swap. We're going to bring in one of the in colors. This is Peach Pie. We've got a piece of 8.5 by 11. We're going to cut this at 4 1/4. So we're going to cut it on the short side at 4 1/4. Here we go, just lining it up. Cut it down like that, and we're going to turn, and we're going to score at 5 1/2. So it's going to be, I call it a side opening card. So my spine is on the left-hand side here, and I might as well go ahead and score this one because I'm going to need more of these for all the people that order this week. You're going to be getting these card packages from me. Love sending out these card packages. So these are my gift to you for choosing me as your demonstrator and using this code and spending a minimum $60. And you're going to get these 5 card packages as well. You're going to get an email from me with the PDF tutorial, excuse me, showing the cutting and scoring measurements as well as the QR code to each of these videos so that you can watch and rewatch as many times as you want. Okay, so this is my card base. We're just going to put that off to the side for a second. I'm going to bring in a new color that Stampin' Up! Just introduced. This is Basic Beige. This is an amazing new neutral color. I love it. It's called Basic Beige, and I think it's going to be a favorite of mine for stamping on. It's not quite vanilla. Well, of course, it's not vanilla. It's not white, but it's in the middle. It's a neutral that is light enough that you can stamp on it. So what we're going to do is bring in Memento ink, our basic black Memento, Tuxedo Black Memento, and we're going to play with this cute little guinea pig down here. So stinking cute with his cheeks. His cheeks just make me smile. I love this guy. So we're going to stamp him on the Basic Beige. We're going to just tap, tap, tap on the Memento. And we're going to stamp over here on the left side. All right, so there's my little guy. He's so cute. Now you could just leave it like that and you don't even have to add color, but I wanted to show you how nice this Basic Beige is for stamping on. So I'm going to bring in my blends, and first thing I'm going to bring in is a dark crumb cake. I love crumb cake. It is such a great color. And I'm just going to use, let's use the fine tip. And we're going to add some color. I'm just going to zigzag around his cheeks here and up around his ears, the edges of his ears, and keep on going around like so. And just add as little or as much as you want. It depends on how dark you want your images. I'm just going to go around his body here with my little, I'm doing little zigzags. Some people like to color with little circular motion. That works too. I'm just going to keep on going here and add a little bit more of the darker color. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in my light crumb cake, and I'm going to use the thicker marker felt tip edge. And I'm just touching that dark crumb cake just to blend it. And then we'll just add a little bit of that lighter crumb cake for his body and blend it all in. It goes so quickly. And you can always go back and add more. So if you end up blending out your dark and it just becomes one color, you can always go back and add more. That is the beauty of the blends marker. The alcohol is so forgiving. Love it. Okay, so I did exactly that. I blended out the dark. So let's come back and add a teeny tiny bit more. See how I'm just adding a little more of that shading until I get it the shade that I want. Here we go. Just go all the way around like that. There we go. Okay, so to add a little touch more color, I'm going to bring in pink, Pretty in Pink. I've got the light Pretty in Pink here, and I'm just going to add a little pink to his nose, a little pink to his ears and his hands and feet, just to make him look really realistic, right? Okay, so then another thing you can do with blends markers is you can highlight. So I'm going to use, bring back the light crumb cake, and I'm going to do a touch of highlight around the image, just to give like a little bit of a shadow, if you will, around his body. It's a nice little touch. If I was doing this on white cardstock, I do like to do my shadowing around my images with light Pool Party. That's another really great shadowing color. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to mount it onto a piece of Early Espresso, like that. Okay, so let's get the glue flowing. And you can see from the back that it is natural for the blends to bleed through. So you want to make sure that you're on a nice surface, grid paper or glass mat or whatever you want to have underneath you, but just don't do it on your good dining room table because it will bleed through. And if it gets onto your wooden table, oh goodness, you don't want that. You don't want it to bleed through. So there's my little guy. Now on this side over here, we're going to bring in the dyes and we're going to add some nice pop of color using some of the in colors. So the dye that I want to use, let's bring my dyes in. I'm going to use this one right here, which is the grass and the stems of the flowers. And then we've got a whole bunch. I love it when they give us lots of different options. We got a whole bunch of these blooms here. So let's pull those in. And we're going to do some different coloring. So let's grab my Petunia Pop, and let's grab a piece of Pretty in Pink, and also how about some peach pie. Peach pie. We had pumpkin pie and now we have peach pie. Isn't that cool? All the pies, right? Okay, so I don't need quite this big of a scrap. I just pulled out some scraps from my scrap folders. So I'm just going to make them the right size so they don't take up as much room on my platform. So there's Petunia Pop, Pretty in Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. All right, so let's get this one trimmed down like that. So when you get your kits from me, you will get these scrap pieces of in color cardstock. So you can use your own dies and cut out these amazing little flowers. Now this one here, I'm going to bring in Shy Shamrock, and we're going to punch that, we're going to die cut that one out. Now the other green that we have as well as Shy Shamrock is Summer Splash, and they're very similar, so either of those would work, but I'm going to use Shy Shamrock today. All right, so let's bring in, I think the mini boss will be just fine for this. So I'm going to bring in my Boho Blue Mini, and we're going to open up the platform here, and I'm going to use my gray cutting mat, my number 2 cutting plate, and we're going to put this down onto my platform. Put all of my flowers and everything down together because you got quite a bit of room on these little platforms. They're quite deceiving. A lot of people say, oh, they're not big enough, but they are big enough for these ones. There's only just maybe a handful of things that don't fit in the mini boss, but I love my mini boss. It sits on the corner of my desk and I use mine all the time. All right, so we're putting the top plate on and we're going to roll it through. Easy peasy. All right, so now let's see what we've got. Let's just swipe all of this off onto my work surface. First things first, protect the dies. Get the dies out of there. Get them back on your magnetic sheet or in your case so that you're not having to look for your dies. That is such a time waster when you lose dies and you have to look for them. Ask me how I know. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get all of these pieces out here. There we go. We've got 4 blooms. I only need 3, but one of the dies cut out 2 flowers, so that's kind of cool. We've got our stems and our grass right here. Just bringing in my silicone mat and my little blooms. Aren't they adorable? I just love them. Okay, so to add these, let's go ahead and if you want to poke out the centers, you can. Let's grab my Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to just come in here and there is a little pokey, there's a little dot right there. So I'm just going to give that a little touch and poke those out just so I can have, because I'm going to put them on the end of these green stems. So I want to have that little pop of green. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to add the glue. Let's just add the glue to the green stem like that. Okay, so we're going to add this one. The pretty in pink is going to go right there like that. And let's grab the peach pie, put that one up here. And last but not least, we'll do petunia pop right there, and we'll hold on to that peach pie one for later. There, I've just made my little triple flower. Isn't that adorable? I think it's so cute. Okay, let's flip that over as an entire piece now, and we'll add our glue. And you don't need a whole lot of glue. I'm just going to add little dabs on the thick parts, and then maybe a little string across the bottom like that. And then this is going to sit, so I can go ahead and pick that up with my Take Your Pick tool. Look how strong the Take Your Pick tool is. Look, I'm picking all of that up. And then I can hold on to the edge with my fingers and not get glue all over the place. Okay. Oop. And you can just drop it like that if you want to. I'm just going to put mine right here, tap it down, tap, tap, tap. And there we have a nice little floral accent right next to my little guy. So cute. He is tiptoeing through the, well, they're not tulips, but isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the front part of my card. So that's going to go onto the card base like this. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am casing a beautiful card that I received from Stephanie Flath, F-L-A-T-H. She's from Wyoming, Michigan. So I loved Stephanie's card so much. I had to case it exactly the way she made it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this onto the card on an angle like that. But before I stick it down, I'm going to bring in my peach pie ink pad. Okay, so we've got peach pie right here. And what Stephanie did, I think it was a fantastic idea. She took the little thanks from the stamp set. So as I mentioned, there's all kinds of stamps that are about hugging and sending a hug, but then there's also this one little thanks over here. So that's the stamp we're going to use. We're going to take that thanks and we're going to I'm going to hold this down because if I make a mistake, I can fix it, hopefully. I'm just going to stamp along the edge of my early espresso like that. Ooh, that one's a little bit off, but that's okay. Just go with it, right? You can just go with it. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just holding this in place and I'm stamping the edge. Let's do one more right there. And we'll do another one there. And you could do this with all kinds of different images. It doesn't have to be a word, but it's so fun to make it a thank you card because, you know, you have lots of thanks, right? This is a card you're really, really grateful. He's holding out his arms. He's showing his gratitude, and he's got a million thanks. Look at that. All right, so there we go. We've got one that went a little bit higher, but that's okay. This is the beauty of handmade cards. They're not supposed to be perfect, right? So just go with it. Okay, so we're just going to come in here. Now I'm going to use my glue very liberally because it's on 2 layers and it's on a colored piece. This is my early espresso. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop this back down on the angle like so. And last but not least, I'm going to clean up that thanks and with my chamois, and we're going to stamp that one more time. So clean that off with the chamois cloth. And I'm going to stamp that one more time using my black Memento ink on a scrap piece of white. So let's just bring in a teeny tiny piece of white here, and we'll stamp that one more time. I love what Stephanie did on her card, how she just stamped on a little piece of cardstock, and we're going to pop that up. So let's just tap, tap, tap. I'm going to stamp it right down here at the bottom, like that. There we go. And cover up the ink. And we're going to bring in my snips. We're going to snip that right out. So let's go ahead and snip this way. Snip off the ends, make a little rectangle. You could use your paper trimmer if you want to, but I find it's just as easy to grab snips. And then we're going to put that thanks right there. So it looks like he's actually saying it. And we're going to put that on mini dimensionals. So let's bring in some mini dimensionals. My favorite way to pick these little guys up is to use my Take Your Pick tool. And we'll put 2 of them there so that we don't have any saggy bits. No saggy bits. So let's peel off the backing. And we'll put that thanks right there. Oh, I just love this. I love, love, love it. Okay, one more thing. The inside. So let's talk about the inside. So let's grab a piece of basic white for the inside. So he's saying thanks. He's got his arms wide open. I think he's sending a big hug, right? Thanks, I could just hug you. That sounds cool, right? I could just hug you. And you can feel that coming right across the card, right? Like, I could just hug you. All right, so let's stamp that on the inside. Let's get that onto a block. And we'll stamp that with Memento. Let's make sure it's on the block straight. I could just hug you. So let's see if we can get that onto. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so then there's a bunch of things you could put on the inside. You could stamp the hearts like I did yesterday, like that. Or you could bring in the same little guy, and he could be just stamped on the edge. I'm a big fan of using similar images on the inside. So let's go ahead and grab him, and we could do something like this. Put him on an angle. Boom, like that. Look how cute he is. Oh. He just makes me smile. I mean, I'm smiling making this card. So can you imagine the recipient when they get this card? Oh gosh, just gonna wipe that off my glass mat. And then I will color him the same as I did the front, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually, no, before I put it in, I want to make sure I color it before I do that because I don't want to get crumb cake on the inside of my card. Let's see, is this the dark or the light? I need the light. So let's do some light crumb cake on the edge here. Because if I did that once I mounted it, you probably would see it. So the edges, I want to make sure I've got that done. Let's add a little bit of light around the ears. He doesn't have to be shaded the same as the front one, right? Because, you know, no 2 guinea pigs are the same. So here we go. We'll just add a little touch of light crumb cake. And then let's give him his little pink nose and ears. Oh my gosh. There we go. I think that's good. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put that on the inside. And when you're using just white cardstock, tiny amounts of glue, teeny, teeny, tiny. Okay, and then we're going to put that on the inside. And we're going to add a little bit of bling to the front. Look how cute he is. Okay, so for the front, we're gonna bring in some bling. Let me grab my bling. Let's see. Of course, the one I wanted was on the bottom of my stack. So these are the in color. Let me grab, I got a couple of packages on the go here. These are the 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer dots. I'll open this full package to show you what they all look like because they are stunning. You get them in all 5 in colors. Look at that. And they shimmer. They really do. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but they are super sparkly, and you get 150 of these guys. So that's pretty cool. You get 30 of each of the 5 colors. So let's bring in the peach pie. I'm going to give you 3 of these, and we're going to put those on our card. So let's do, I'm going to put one here, put a big one up here, and how about another small one over here? There we go. All right, so there's my card. I hope you like that one. I was inspired by a card I received. This is Stephanie's card right here in the plastic sleeve. So Stephanie did a fantastic job on her card, and I was so inspired by it. I had to do my own version. So thank you for the inspiration, Stephanie, and I hope you guys like this one. The peach pie is simply beautiful. I love it. Actually, I love all the 5 in colors. What's your favorite color? Do you have a favorite? I think Petunia Pop is probably my favorite if I had to choose one, but they all go so nicely together. Just simply stunning. Thanks, guys. I see all your love. I'm missing some of your comments, but I will come back to you. I'm seeing lots of comments about the windy, rainy weather. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. If I've missed your comment, I will come back. The starter kit is such an awesome deal. Yes, indeed, Krista, I agree. It's such a great deal. Tanya says, looks like you had a relaxing trip with your husband. We had a fantastic trip. It was so nice, so nice. We can't say enough about the resort. I'll flip you around. The resort, Stampin' Up, all the staff, what they did for us was just, they couldn't do enough for us, basically. So we are coming back fully impressed with the trip. It was so amazing. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for sending me on that trip, because I could not do that alone, of course. My team, my customers, you all mean so much to me, and I thank you so much for helping me in my business. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like this card. It just makes me, all of these critters in the hearts and hugs make me smile. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and you'll come back and join me tomorrow for my Wednesday card number 3 using hearts and hugs. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.